I'm Shourjadip. Today I'll make chole or Amritsari chole, which you eat with chole with the bhatures in the market. And if you want a texture like market, you have to do a small experiment with the choles, which is you need to use some chai pattis in the choles. First of all, we need to heat the oven. And we have to put the bowl into the oven. Fix the camera here. We have to pour some water. And switch the flame to high and wait until the water comes to a boil. As you can see, guys, water is coming to a boil. We have to put some tea. Soon it will start to release the flavor and color. And if you have chai patti at home, you can use that instead of this packet tea. Those tea leaves have more flavor in them. So wait for the time until come here. Focus here. Wait for the time until the tea comes to a boil and started to releasing the flavor. It's boiling. You have to turn the flame off and keep it aside. I'm turning the flame off now. We have to keep it aside for 1 minute. Until the tea is ready to use in our choles, let's prepare the chole. Okay. And this is choles. As you can see, I have soaked them in water overnight. If you want to make good chole, you have to soak it overnight or at least for 7 to 8 hours. Then you have to drain the water and have to put the choles into the pressure cooker. Zoom here. Focus here. Then we have to put some water in it, not too much of water. Just above the level of the chole. The water should be just a little above from the level of the choles. As you can see, all the choles are drawn in the water. Then we have to put the rest of the ingredients, which is we have to put some salt in it. Focus here. A little bit more of salt. And a very important thing, as you can see, the choles, it's very hard and the layer over the choles is very hard. For better boiling, you have to do another reaction, which is you have to put some baking soda in it so that you can differentiate the peel from the choles. You have to put some baking soda don't use baking powder. Baking soda is the one. And if you don't have baking soda at home, you can use Eno, a packet or two or of Eno. Have to put some baking soda. I think this is enough. Another thing is the chai which we made earlier. We have to use that chai. We have to put all the chai there. You can use some whole spices like black cardamom, something like that to your taste, but I am not using them as I don't have them in my house. You have to close the lid. We have to boil the choles for around 5 to 6 CTs. At low heat, at low flame. As you can see, I am lowering my flame to the least possible, and I have to wait for 6 CTs. I think the pressure cooker is getting ready for its first city. Just let's wait for the city to come. No guys, I was wrong. I've just talked with my mother and asked her that how much time it will take to give the first city in the pressure. So basically when the pressure will release its first CT. So she told me that it will take around 30 to 40 minutes. So it's not that easy. You have to. It was the first CT guys, and it was so satisfying to watch. We have to make 5 to 6 CTs. There are some other things that we need for the gravy. Those are coriander leaves, as you can see, ginger, tomato, onions, and if you want to make it spicy, you can add some green chilies. Okay, you have to grind the onions and the tomato. You have to make small pieces of those ginger and small pieces of, or you can cut those coriander leaves. Guys, I don't have any idea how to cut onions, so my mother is doing that for me. She is cutting those onion into small pieces. As you can see very well how small are the pieces are. Actually, it is very satisfying to watch these cutting of the vegetables. So guys, it is time for making our chole. So I have preheated the kadai at a medium flame, and I have to put some cooking oil over the kadai. too much oil and not too less of oil. Wait until the oil is getting heated up. I think the oil is pretty much hot. I have to add some jeeras. You can see whole jeeras, and wait until the jeeras are popping out. It is very important to the jeeras to popping out, otherwise it will don't catch the flavors. After the jeeras are popping out, you have to these are my cut vegetables, as you can see. You have to add the onions, all of the onions. Put them. We have to cook the onions very well on a medium flame, and it is very important. Don't cook it in on a high flame. Wait until the color is getting golden brown. After 5 minutes of sauteing the onion on a medium flame, it's something looks like this. A good aroma is coming from the onions. You can smell it, right? I have to add some masalas. I have to add lal mirch, red chili powder, and a little bit of haldi powder. And you don't have to overdo it haldi. This much of haldi is enough. Just saute the masala with the onion. It will give a nice taste to the choles. It's almost ready, and then we have to add the tomato puree. And as we have added the tomato puree, we have to add the salt now. Salt is according to your taste. I am not putting too much of salt, as I don't have a very good idea of the salt, how much should I put into this much of masala. And you have to wait for some time until the tomato is getting separated from the oil, and it won't take much time. As you can see, guys, that masala paste or the masala is separating oil, so it is the right time to add coriander powder into it. So you have to add a lot of coriander powder, and it's necessary to add a lot. By lot I mean you can add two teaspoons. Give it a mix. Give it a nice mix. Another thing you need to add, that is amchur powder. If you have anardana powder at your home, you can use that. That will give you better result. But as I don't have anardana powder at my home, I am using amchur powder. You can add 1 tablespoon of amchur powder. It will give a tangy flavor to your cholas. Give it a nice mix. You guys can see our choles are ready, and you can see how good the choles has boiled and how good it became. It's very soft, and you can see the reaction of the baking soda. All the peels are separated from the choles. You can see that these are the peels of the choles. We have to put the whole choles into the kadhai, pressure cooker. So I'm giving you an example how good the choles has become. You can see that, right? Now you have to put the choles into the masala. for 1 to 2 minutes for the masalas. Our cholas are almost done. I have to put some other ingredients like some garam masalas. The coriander leaves. I've smallly cutted some onions. Have to spread it and have to give it a nice mix. I have skipped a step, which is I haven't added any kasuri methi, but if you had kasuri methi at home, you can add that. And at last some butter over the top. I'm using Amul butter. To give it a time. To melt the butter. Choles are done and we have to serve it now. Sorry guys, I have some problems in my camera, so I was unable to upload the rest of the video. You can say I am unable to shoot rest of the video, so I am attaching these photos, and thank you very much for watching my video.